Then 6G will be here to communicate biology and technology, man and machine. You will sit in front of your computer, you'll think about calling me on Skype, and your computer will call me on Skype, because your brain, not yours, Scott, hopefully, but human brains will be integrated with machine. And on that level, that's where Satan dwells. That's where this metaverse is going to take hold, like prisoners take hold of humanity. And that's why if we, like Noah and his family, are not going to be inside the ark, understanding the Ark of the Covenant, like Noah was inside the Ark of which... Can I quickly finish the sentence? I'm afraid I'm going to forget.
Yeah.
If we're not going to come into the Ark of the Covenant with God, we'll be part of this corrupted human race that will be destroyed by God when he comes back with his second destruction. Yeah, Scott, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I just wanted to say I had this incredible revelation while you were talking. And that revelation is that you talk about the great flood with Noah. That was water. That was God showing his power. He just flooded the world. He said, "This is me. I am in charge. I flood the earth."
It sounds like New Age. You sound like my New Age guru I had when I was young. So my problem I have is the following. When people obey the God of the Bible, yes, then your resonation with him, the water inside your body, the water outside in nature, in the river, in the air, everything resonates with this God. But the moment you go out of understanding who this God is, you go into the religion called naturalism, where God is in water and you can communicate by, some people have crystals and some people, you can even have water therapy. So this is a very fine line.
Yeah, can I just clarify that I'm not in that area. I believe in the Bible. I believe in the message that God gives.
No, I agree with that. That's what this whole conversation about 6G is about.
Yeah.
But I'm scared that the impact of losing connection with God is made a little bit less than what it is. Because if we look at Adam and Eve, they had no interference with their water in their brains, and yet they lost their connection with God due to one thing. What was that?
Oh, Satan.
Well, Satan didn't force them. Satan lied to them.
Yeah,
but
he
what
said,
did
if you want
do?
the tree of knowledge, here's, take this apple and you will,
But what did they do? What happened between them and God? Why did these two perfect human beings who had no technical what did they do to lose connection with God?
Well, this is a really interesting question, and it's one that always flummoxes me. Is that God is our creator? He's the one who gave us our free will and so on. But how could he let that happen? How could he let Satan give Adam or Eve the choice of eating the apple of knowledge or the fruit of knowledge, and how could God compromise his perfect creation? That is something that really, really flummoxes me. Maybe you got the answer.
So if you have a child and you tell your child, don't put your finger into the electrical plug, it's going to shock you.
Yeah.
And his friend comes along and says, don't worry about what your dad says. Your dad's he's an old man. Don't worry about what he says. You can do whatever you want. Put your finger in the plug. Now the child puts his finger in the plug. Is it the dad's fault?
No, but the difference is, Marta, that God is his being is far greater than anything that you can consider on a human form. I mean, God is the one who created the heavens and the earth. how could he prejudice what he did? It's like a Netflix movie. I mean, it really is, because, bringing in Satan and causing that rift with God through the eating the apple and the tree of knowledge and all that sort of stuff.
So do I understand correctly? You're saying this is God's fault. He did that.
No.
He caused it.
No, I'm not saying it's God's fault. I'm saying, why did God
You're
allow it to
asking
happen?
why he allowed it.
Yes, exactly.
So if he didn't allow it, would we have been beings of free will, or would we have been puppets?
Well, it looks like we're going to be puppets very shortly under the World Economic Forum if we don't take a stand.
Okay. So the last thing we discussed was how with 5G they are getting all the devices in place, and with 6G they're going to integrate humanity with all these devices. 6G is basically the sixth generation. That's what 6G stands for. It's the next generation of wireless communication. So there's no wires, no cables. It's all in the air, It's significantly faster than 5G. So we think 5G is already much faster than 4G. We already know that 5G is so much more dangerous than 4G. So you can just imagine how much more, pandemics we will have when 6G is, rushing through the air, going in magnetic waves through our brains. But 5G, which was only there to integrate physical machine devices, has now done its job in the next 2 or 3 years. So I think in about 4 years, they say 6G will be next. And 6G will be much more diverse and have many more applications beyond what we are currently using it for. Most important of the next level of wireless communication will be the artificial intelligence, as well as the Internet of Things. These two things are our biggest enemies.
They're satanic.
6G will adopt Say?
They're satanic.
Sorry?
AI is satanic, yeah. Go ahead.
No, absolutely. Artificial intelligence. Eventually, automated intelligence will run everything, including blockchain technologies. So 6G doesn't work with megabytes. We love megabytes. It's big. 6G is much bigger than megabytes. It will work with terahertz radiation. Listen to this. How bad do you think the rate when it comes to the terahertz bandwidths? It's going to be 1,000,000 times more than it's now. So 6G is much more sensitive to obstacles than the microwave radiation of 5G. And for 6G, now remember, 4G, we only had a few cell phone towers, right?
Yeah.
With 5G, you can see the towers going up like mushrooms.
Yeah,
because I explained
all during COVID. Well, we were supposed to be knocked out.
During COVID.
Yeah.
When everybody was in lockdown. But all the towers are not even up yet. They need hundreds of towers. But with 6G, they need millions of towers. Do you think they're going to put up millions of towers?
I don't know. Tell me.
Or will they use our bodies as towers?
Okay. So we are now transhuman.
Do you understand? Now you understand.
So what you
because 6G will
sorry,
integrate.
Well, what you're saying in effect is that where our connection with God through our 90% water in our brain, and I'm thinking of also Elon Musk with his Neuralink, which will now, allow people to connect directly to the cloud. We will now become electronic beings, which are controlled by Satan. That's where it's going.
Exactly like Genesis 6. The whole world became corrupted. You know that Revelation, the book of Revelation says that those who take the mark of the beast are searching for death. They want to die, but they cannot. Have you read that? Absolutely. No, we are talking about this especially for the younger generation so that they can be prepared. We talked about SMART, me and you, for quite a long time. So SMART is, remember, self-monitoring, analysis, and reporting. So we will have the SMART technology inside of our bodies. It will be self-monitoring, this artificial intelligence inside
So
your body
your
will monitor you.
What we're saying is that in the future, people will have no free will, and every thought that they have will be actually considered by artificial intelligence to see if it fits with the instructions or the direction of Satan. That's what we're saying, isn't it?
Yeah, if you've seen the movie 1984 or you've read the book,
Yeah.
you'll see that they've got Big Brother, and he's got his eyes everywhere, even inside your home.
Yeah.
And if you don't walk in your home with a happy face, then they want to know, why are you not happy? Are you unhappy with anything? Maybe you are a terrorist. Maybe you are against Big Brother. Now we're going to have Big Brother inside of our bodies. And hey, the people are promoting this. It's going to be wonderful. You're going to have a little chip that's going to tell your doctor if you're going to have a heart attack. You have a chip that monitors your sugar and your heartbeat and your blood pressure. It's exactly like they did with the internet. In the beginning, oh, it's beautiful. Now they've hooked you, and now they are censoring it. Health digital passports, health chips, putting smart chips inside your body. Oh, it's lovely. When my sugar goes down, my cell phone will beep and tell me I must have my insulin injection. That's good. The tree of knowledge of good and evil, mixing the good and the evil. Now, once they have all this stuff inside of us, smart, self-monitoring. The SMART is monitoring themselves. They don't need you. They're going to monitor you without you. Analysis. They analyze everything, everyone, everywhere, all the time. And they're reporting. They're reporting everything, everyone, all the time, everywhere. That's SMART. Self-monitoring, analysis, reporting. The SMART system. And the whole SMART system is part of the blockchain. So what is blockchain? Blockchain, and you've heard about the World Economic Forum talking about this, where currency, money will be banned and blockchain will take over.
What underpins a world order is always the financial system. How very important the financial structure is to absolutely everything else. And what we're seeing in the world today, I think, is we are on the brink of a dramatic change where we are about to, and I'll say this boldly, we're about to abandon the traditional system of money and accounting and introduce a new one. And the new accounting is what we call blockchain. It means digital. It means having a almost perfect record of every single transaction that happens in the economy, which will give us far greater clarity over what's going on. It also raises huge dangers in terms of the balance of power between states and citizens. In my opinion, we're going to need a digital constitution of human rights if we're going to have digital money. But also, this new money will be sovereign in nature. Most people think that digital money is crypto and private, but what I see are superpowers introducing digital currency. The question is, will that new system of digital money and digital accounting accommodate the competing needs of the citizens of all these locations so that every human being has a chance to have a better life? Because that's the only measure of whether a world order really serves.
So what is blockchain? It's a method of recording the information. So remember now, Scott, We have a little smart chip wherever. You've got your, can I say the word, your shot, your Mr. Bill Gates shot. You've got all the graphite oxide.
Yeah.
You've got your heavy metals. We talked about heavy metals in the water yesterday. How the way for them to get your body to become a magnet so that your body can become a cell tower, so that your biology can communicate via 6G with blockchain, is through the smart grid. Now, the smart grid will put the smart device, you must play a video for us next, I'll tell you now. This phone will no longer be in your hand. It will not be in your hand physically. It will be in your freaking hand like this, inside your biology. You can talk like this. You can see somebody on the screen. Anyway, let me not get angry. So the smart system will be inside of you, and that's going to be reporting and analyzing the whole time. Now, blockchain is the method of recording all this information that's being received from billions of people. And it makes it impossible for this system of theirs, this satanic artificial brain, to be hacked or changed from outside.
Sorry, that's Satan working. Sorry, just
yeah, it's my husband looking for me. My husband knows I'm busy. So blockchain is a technology in the cloud, the cloud system, where everyone and everything will be connected. We've been talking about the smart grid and the Internet of Things. Where this will be in the cloud. And, you know, Scott, while I'm talking, I'm thinking about the clouds that brings the rain, the water that we need.
You know what? I'm so.
Is Satan hacking?
We're
He's
so in
hacking
tune.
the clouds.
We're so in tune because I was thinking of the rain just when you were saying that, because chemtrails and all this sort of stuff that's going on. Yeah, look.
I'm just going to send my husband a message. Hi, Bok, ek is net met Scott op die Skype. Ons is klaar binne so 'n uur, hoor. Sorry, Scott. Thank you.
That's okay. No problems. Okay. Now, Marta, look.
Okay, so
I know you got to go.
I
I know you got to go, but look, that's been a fantastic.
No, I don't have to go. No, I don't.
Okay. Well, is there anything else you want to talk about when it comes to 6G?
Yes, I still have a lot to talk about,
Okay,
but
go
I don't think we've got time. Because
No, go for it. Just I'm handing over.
Okay.
Handing over to you.
Okay, so I've just given you a lot of information to show you that our bodies will become cell towers with 6G technology, and the genetic manipulation in the shots will come inside our body, making of us corrupted humanity.
Graphene oxide.
Graphene oxide.
Yeah.
You need graphene oxide in your body so that your body can communicate with a wireless technology. Wireless technology cannot.
Sorry, Marta, I just need to interrupt because for those who haven't seen it, there are lots of videos on YouTube where you can actually see using Bluetooth on your phone. You can actually pick up IP addresses of dead bodies in a graveyard, people who've had the jab. So it's another Satan's.
Yeah, listen, COVID was a magnificent cover-up for what they were really busy with.
Absolutely.
To get an excuse to put the 5G towers up,
to
get an excuse to put the graphene oxide, plus the nanotechnology,
and
plus
an IP address.
Please don't forget.
And an IP address into your body.
Address.
Yeah.
But remember, the most important thing they injected into us was the mRNA, messenger RNA. You've got, if you have those shots, you've got their patented messenger RNA inside your body, lying dormant. Once you are connected on the smart grid, they can push a little button and make you do and think and say and change your genetics. What did the freaking fallen angels do with human beings? They changed their genetics.
Yeah.
What will the fallen angel system, the New World Order today, do with human beings? They will change their genetics. It's not about computers. It's about Lucifer, bringing us back to the fallen angel Luciferian system, where eventually every man and woman will bow before Lucifer. This is what they are busy with. 6G is just one of their tools.
Hog my horn means kiss my ass. So Satan can go and kiss my ass because I'm unvaccinated. I'm a pureblood. And for all those who are listening who are purebloods, congratulations, because you're not part of this Luciferian system.
Listen, I applaud you, but I'm praying also for the next wave, because the next wave is coming, and the vaccine drive will be 10 times more difficult. So that's why Yeshua said we have to endure to the end.
Well, I'm not going to take any of their poison. You know that look, the reason we can't have this live stream up on YouTube is because of what I'm going to say right now, because it goes against the narrative of the World Health Organization. Yes.
Yeah.
What I'm going to
really said too much.
what I'm going to say right now is going to blow your mind, because let me tell you that what they've done to the wider population through this vaccine is a genocide. That's what it is. It's a genocide. A lot of people are living in this kind of Lulu land where they think, oh no, it's all going to be okay. I'm getting even today, reports from top scientists, from top doctors, who's saying that the long-term adverse impacts of this so-called vaccine, it's not a vaccine, it's a genetic drug, is killing people, millions of people around the world, and they're just not reporting about it. So if you're a pureblood, even though there is shedding,
well done.
Yeah, even though there is shedding, it's sort of like it's not going to really have any major impact. But if you got
it's not enough. If you don't have vaccine, and I can say it now because you're going to put this video up on somewhere else
on Loving Life TV.
So if you don't have vaccine and you don't have booster number 1, booster number 2, up to booster number 7, you're not going to take the microchip. You're not going to be integrated in this whole system. You know, they need to inject you with many boosters until your body has enough graphene oxide to become
transhuman,
to have something inside of your biology so that can communicate via 6G.
You become transhuman, Marta.
Hey?
You become transhuman.
Yes. No. Technology is not going to make us transhuman yet. You need the genetic changes. And that is the big plan. The plan is not to make us machines. The plan is to make us like the humans were in Genesis 6. That is the plan. Because once all humans are mixed with the Nephilim means, we can talk about this maybe another time. Nephilim was the children that came out of the sexual intercourse between the fallen angels and humans.
The giants of the world, the Goliaths.
Well, they weren't only giants. Scott, have you ever watched that movie called Narnia?
No.
Have you ever seen pictures of half human, half horse, half human, half goat?
Oh yes. Unicorns and stuff like that. Yeah.
All the unicorns and mermaids. You know, I'm talking now fairy tales. I'm talking what the Bible says, how these fallen angels have corrupted humanity and animals. That's why the law of God says no fornication, no adultery, and no sex with animals. There are actually laws in the law of God that says no sex with animals, because the whole pagan worship system is based on sex with animals. Now, these fallen angels had sex with humans and animals. These fallen angels actually had a lot of genetic. That's why Bill Gates and these guys are so big on eugenics. That's why the Nazis were so big on their experiments on genes and genetics. That's why Hitler spent so much money on his excavations in the pyramids, trying to find the Book of the Dead. And all these hidden, esoteric, fallen angel knowledge that was given to humans and that has only been, that has only survived through the secret societies of the world. That's why our government, most of them are puppets, but the guys right at the top know exactly what they are busy with and how they need to get to the point where they integrate biology with technology so that they can bring in that final blast of genetic manipulation so that they can get humanity to be all corrupt. So all corrupted humanity can then come together around the Tower of Babel and serve one God.
There's a movie called Raiders of the Lost Ark. And it involves, oh my gosh, what's the name of the actor? Very famous actor.
Harrison Ford.
Anyway, you know who I'm talking about, and I'm sure people have put in the side chat. But look, that movie, to me, has so much symbolism as to where the world has changed. Because if you think of the Bible, everything in the Bible is about biological stuff, okay? It's about water, the symbolism of when you're born again, you get dunked in water, and you know, everything's to do with natural stuff. And in the world we live in today, it's all non-natural stuff. It's all digital, it's electronic. All you need is a EMP or an electromagnetic pulse to be exploded over your continent, and your electricity grid is gone.
They want to show you what they want you to believe, and they show you they show various sides of the same lie to different continents, so that they can get nation against nation, culture against culture, man against his own, neighbor. They are emotionally blackmailing humanity now to choose between two sides. They put up these two sides. They overpower you with all their fake news, which they control. Both sides, they control both sides. I've done a huge expose on this on my BitChute channel. And then they just divide the world to choose between these two sides. In the meantime, they're laughing all the way to the bank.
Is there anything else?
Yeah, but I'm not going to rush through it. It's too much information. It is extremely important. So unfortunately, there is a lot still. We have talked about a lot of other things. Maybe we can end this as part one. I want you to play the video just before we say goodbye to each other, that small little video I sent you. Because that's where the CEO of Nokia is speaking at the World Economic Forum, and is confirming everything I just told you so far.
Right. I think we can agree on one simple premise, and that is that natural things like water, which are 90% of our brain, are good and are a very big part of our communication with our Heavenly Father. And electronics and things like the Neuralink that Elon Musk is putting into people's heads, anything to do with giving your body to electronics is satanic. I think we can agree on that, can we?
Yeah, we must agree that God says clearly He doesn't like mixing. The word Babylon means mixing. So obviously He doesn't like mixing biology with machinery or with technology. But he also doesn't like his natural genetics to be mixed with artificial genetics, which is what they're busy with. But he also doesn't like his worship to be mixed. So if we can keep our worship pure on the right road according to his word, we can keep our hearts and minds and brains pure, and we can keep our lives pure, not mixing with any of these satanic agendas, but especially on a spiritual level, not mixing our worship with him. Then we are, I'm not going to say safe, because the Bible says we have to endure. So when the Bible warns me that there will come a time that will be difficult, and it tells me I need to endure, I know it will be tough. But the Bible also says that our God will never leave or forsake us.
It will, first of all, it will definitely happen. I was talking about 6G earlier, which is around 2030. I would say that by then, definitely the smartphone as we know it today will not anymore be the usual, kind of the most common interface.
Wow.
Many of these things will be built directly into our bodies.
Wow.
Many of these things will be built directly into our bodies.